first week of boot camp, when you get there, the first day, let me tell you right now, the first 3 days, you're not getting no sleep. You're up nut the butt. You know what nut the butt is. You know what I'm talking about. You don't Google this shit. You have to go get all your gear. You gotta do all the paperwork. You gotta get all your shots. They gotta make sure you haven't smoked any weed. You do a drug test. While you're there, you call your parents one last time. And that's that. The first 3 days, you're just getting acclimated with the Marine Corps schedule, which is up all the fucking time, move when they tell you to move, and yell when they tell you to yell. That's the first thing. The first 3 things you need to know before even going to boot camp. Do what they say fast, and do it loud. And if you do those things, you'll be successful at boot camp. The first week was cool. It wasn't really no training. Like I said, we're just getting our weapons. We're getting our uniforms. They're teaching us how to sling our weapons. They're teaching us how to put on our uniforms. Things like that. We finally get to our battalion. I think you get the battalion on Thursday or Friday. Maybe even Saturday. Saturday might be pickup day. Oh yeah, I think you get to your battalion on Wednesday or Thursday, and pickup day is not until Saturday. So I remember this Saturday vividly. You know how I remember this Saturday? Because this was the only time, and I hate how the Marine Corps did this. So we eat lunch that day, and we all know we're getting picked up this day. We just don't know what time or when. But I remember we go to chow, and while we go to chow, I'm looking. This is the best chow they have so far for us. I think the day before we had chow and it was fucking trash. But then on Saturday, I remember this Saturday, we had hot dogs and they gave us burgers and we had Lay's chips. That was the best meal, I guess, besides the Marine Corps birthday or Thanksgiving that we had while we was there. And let me tell you something right now. If it wasn't a box lunch, you was not seeing no motherfucking chips until your ass got home. And we never had hot dogs or burgers after that Saturday. We after we picked up, we never had anything like that. I think we even had some fucking fruit punch or some soda that day too. And I think they were just trying to get us all happy, and we were happy too. Let me tell you, all of us Marines at the time, we were happy to eat them damn burgers and those hot dogs and eat them chips. But then shit got real. Training day 1, pickup day. Oh, when you meet your fucking DIs, man. Holy shit. Let me see if I can remember my DI's name. We had my head DI, which was Staff Sergeant Race. We had my heavy, and he was Sergeant Riggers. I think Riggers. And then my kill, which was fucking crazy. I had a crazy ass kill hat. Sergeant Driggers. Holy shit. Hopefully I'm getting the names right. It's been some years. But I see their faces in my head right now in this moment. And when they came and they picked us up that day, it was on and popping. And they didn't let off the pressure until I got fucking dropped in week 6 on Twin Qual. It was every day, all day. They was on our ass. I mean, get out of here! It's just all in your face, fucking screaming at you, telling you to go left, do that, run that way, come back, run that way. It's just the intensity. Most people in their fucking life have never been through that much intensity at one time. And me, I was 19 at the time. I was just getting my mom titty out my mouth. I was still a young kid, a baby, and I've never experienced no one yelling at me like that extreme. And it was a wake-up call. And I knew from experiences of me sitting in the recruiting station how this shit was going to be when you actually get there and you're in the moment and you're sitting there getting yelled at and getting IT'd and all this stuff. Whoo! It's something else. But yeah, that first pickup day when they came in there, they're yelling at us, they're screaming at us, they're telling you to do this, move fast, go there, left, right, up, down, and you gotta move. And mind you, we just had chow. We've only had one decent night of sleep because you've been up from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of just up moving left and right. So you're not even all the way even focus the task they're even telling you to do. So you're still all over the place, and people don't know what they're doing. People getting shit wrong. It's a mess. That the first week of boot camp is just a complete mess. Like I said, quick story, and if you don't believe me that boot camp is a wake up call, let me tell you what happened. On our way to boot camp, I know a lot of times you see in these videos, you see people going on buses, but we actually went in a van. There wasn't a lot of people coming from Georgia this time around, so we were able to all fit in the van. And I remember it was one guy in the van. He was a black dude. I don't remember his name, but he was a super black dude. And I remember us talking like the whole way. We were talking about how we gonna be Marines and how we can't wait to be Marines and how we gonna do this, that, and the third. And I remember after the third day of us being there, the fourth day of us being there, no, third day of us being there, after all the fucking yelling, after all the fucking us not going to sleep, all this crazy stuff that you're not expecting, like people don't tell you this type of stuff. The first 4 days are a fucking wake up call. If you can handle that, then you're decent. But this dude, I remember that I had this conversation with on the ride up there. I'll never forget his eyes on that day. I remember he was sitting next to me. You know, we were standing up right next to our bunks. We were standing right next to our racks. And I looked at him. I was like, "Hey, bro, are you okay?" And obviously, you can't talk when the DI's around. And the DIs weren't around this time because we haven't picked up yet. So it was like not pretend DIs, but the DIs you get before you actually get your real DIs. And we have a couple of seconds, and I looked at him. I was like, "Hey, bro, you okay? Like, hey, bro, you ready to be a Marine? Let's do this, bro. Let's go." I remember he looked over at me. And I was like, "Bro, you good? Like, what's going on?" He was not there. And by the end of the night, he was on suicide watch. By the end of the week, he was getting sent the fuck back home. That's how crazy, and that's how much of a toll the first 3-4 days has on your body. You're not going to expect it. Hopefully you got some sleep before, but most of us didn't get any sleep. On that Sunday, I remember on that Sunday before I even went to boot camp, I snuck my girlfriend in to my crib, my mom's house, and so she was with me all night, like Saturday night to Sunday morning. And you got to go to MEPS, not MEPS. You got to go to the hotel by Sunday night. So I've been up all night with her. I've been talking to Marines when I got to the damn hotel about which company we gonna be in and how badass we are and all of this nonsense. So I didn't even have no fucking type of sleep. And then Monday comes around, I still get no sleep because you're up 24 hours. You don't get no sleep when you get to boot camp. The first 4 days, you get absolutely no sleep. None at all. If anybody tell you, "Oh, I got some sleep," it was because they were standing up sleeping. You have to stand up to go to sleep. And hopefully the DI is not around. And when you're sitting and waiting, or you're standing and waiting, nut the butt, hopefully you can fucking lean your head on a wall or close one eye, have one eye open in case you see the DI coming. But that first week is not fun. It's a wake up call, and seeing this guy eyes like this and him being out the zone and not being there, I was just like, whoa. Thank God I ain't that guy. Like, thank God I'm not that guy. He was out of it. And I just felt so bad for him because I remember him saying, "Oh, I can't wait till my mom come to graduation day, my sister. I can't wait till all my family and friends see me in my uniform." They will never see that man in no uniform. He was on suicide watch. And when you get on suicide watch, they put your rack right in front of the DI's house. I'm not sure if you ever seen like the battalion of Parris Island of how Marines live while they go through boot camp, but I'll try to put it on the screen so you'll be able to see it. So towards the end is the DI's house, and in the DI's house, with the DI's has to sleep through the night with us. He stays in there. A lot of the times I feel like the DI's didn't even fucking stay in there. I feel like the DI's were like, they're staying there, and then middle of the night they'll fucking leave and go somewhere and do some shit. But a lot of the times, if you're on suicide watch, they put you right in front of the house, and the DI has to stay there and he has to watch you pretty much all night. Fire watch has to watch you. If you don't know what fire watch is you have two people. Is it two? Yeah, it might have been one. I can't sure. I think it might have been two people. Yeah, it was two people. Fire watch, you have two people up. The people from your platoon is up watching and guarding the house, making sure no one's doing anything they're not supposed to do, make sure no one's stealing. One fire watch watches everyone while they sleep. He might take some notes or something. He might sweep and clean up, and the other one usually does the same thing, but he might do the laundry. We do laundry. I think we did laundry like every fucking day. So that's usually how it happens. And I still can't remember if it was one or two. I'm pretty sure it was two people up, but it might have only been one person up. And if you don't get up for fire watch, you're going to get in fucking trouble, and you're going to end up having fire watch for about 2 more times out the week, maybe 3 times, depending on how the DI feels. And these fire watches are usually about 2 hours long, and this happens throughout the first through the last week of boot camp. I think when you finally become a Marine, I think the last week after the Crucible, I don't think you have to actually have anybody up for fire watch, but from the first to the last week, someone has to be up for fire watch and make sure everyone is okay. I hold this EGA dear to my heart. I'm going to provide you guys with a lot more video with this Marine Corps talk. If you're interested with that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe on the video. I need to know if you support it or not to make sure if this is what you guys want to see. If you want to see more about the EGA, just let me know. This was very special to me. I won't ever forget the DI putting it in my hand and giving it to me. It was something special. Like, I really had to work my ass off. I don't want to get too much into the story because I feel like I've already taken too much of you guys' time. But I'm probably going to put out a video maybe once a week telling about my different stories of boot camp, my different experiences in the Marine Corps. If you want to know, like I said, just make sure you hit that like, comment button, subscribe, man.